Day 55. Let your rock bottom be your foundations. If you listened to me yesterday, you knew that I was talking about how disappointed I was and how I felt I was making a mistake from going from management to washing dishes. Trust me, the process wasn't easy, even though I knew that my end goal was becoming a chef manager, but still wasn't easy, especially how people look at me. Now, I don't think people really care because it's, you know, most people just don't care what I do, but I do care. It is coming from me, it's how I felt about myself, right? So again, it wasn't easy. I remember my parents called me and they were asking me what I was doing, what was I thinking. Um, but I told them my goal. I told them that I wanted to be a chef manager, and this is the only way to achieve that dream. So, and I and a lot of my family members too, they probably look at me like, you have 4 years degree, why are you washing dishes again? And that didn't go too well with me as well, because we are all prideful. But again, I didn't really have a choice. If I gave up that job, I would have to go back to Malaysia or Asia. So, and I didn't feel like I wanted to give up that dream yet. So I tried my best, do what I could. I really did what I was working second shift, as you know, but this was a 3-shift operation cafeteria. We were in the IT company, so they need 24/7 support. I was there on my regular shift or second shift. Sometimes they need people on third shift, so I work through third shift 16 hours. Well, actually not 16 hours, more like 8 hours on second shift. I'll work through like 5 hours, 5 hours. So it probably good 12, 13, 14 hours sometime if they needed me. One thing though, I did whatever I could to learn whatever I can during those time. I worked on second shift for good 18 months. Now the difference between first shift and off shift is first shift you get a lot of exposure. You get to hang out with the chef manager. Second and third shift you really don't. You get leftover from first shift. It's still important, but yet you don't get that much exposure. But I still learn a lot from being second shift there and third shift helping out doing different things. But after 18 months, the manager told me that I think if you want to go to first shift, you can, and we'll get you to do other stuff. They knew that I wanted to be a chef manager, so they told me that the next step is grill cook. You can be a grill cook, and there's one problem. Our grill cook at the time, he was known for like a soup Nazi, like he just wasn't a people person. Nice guy, don't get me wrong, but he just wasn't the nicest guy to work with. But I had to let him train me, so I was a little bit nervous. But yet, you know what I did? I listened everything he asked me to do. Basically, I did not let him have an opportunity to yell at me. If he asked me to do ABC, I'll just do ABC. There's no D. If he asked me to do just A and B, I just do A and B. Because he's been there for so long, I wasn't going to argue with him. And I knew my job was to listen to him and do what he asked me to do, and that's pretty much it. The training lasted about good 2 weeks, and it was fine. I was relieved that everything went well. That's pretty much it. So I was working as a grill cook, and sometimes I was helping out doing different things, and that's pretty much it. From working 18 months on second, third shift, and then went to first shift. First shift though, it did give me a lot of exposure. I was able to talk to different people, learning a lot from the chef manager, from the sous chef. And you know, if anything, I want you to know that it is good to be creative, but sometimes in a different season, just listen. Just listen to the authority and do the job. Do the job good enough that nobody's come back to you and say you do it wrong. Do your very, very best, and don't let your ego get into your way. I think that was my thing. I did everything I could so that I can move on to the next stage. I will see you tomorrow. Catch you later. Bye.